Every manipulator has the same secret. They don't take your freedom. They make you hand it over. Tonight, we're decoding the psychology of control, how it starts, how it survives, and how you end it without burning yourself to the ground. If you've ever loved someone who made you small, this story is for you. What control really looks like. Control rarely arrives loud. It walks in politely. It smiles. It asks good questions. It says, "I just want what's best for you." At first, it feels like care. They notice what others miss. They mirror your favorite songs, your beliefs, your dreams. You feel seen. You feel chosen. But control has a pattern. First, it maps you. Then it manages you. Then, if you let it, it becomes your weather. We'll explore 3 things tonight: how control begins, how it's maintained, and how to step out of it with your peace intact. Love bombing and mapping. At the start, attention is a flood. Messages in the morning, calls at night, a spotlight on your soul. They collect details like currency, your fears, your triggers, your secret insecurities. This isn't romance. It's data, mirroring. They reflect you so perfectly it feels like destiny. Same opinions, same jokes, same timing. You aren't falling for them. You're falling for your own reflection in their careful hands. Soft rules. Control never kicks the door down. It nudges. Text me when you get there. Share your location, just for safety. Don't worry, I'll handle that for you. Each tiny rule arrives wrapped in care, until care turns into surveillance. Intermittent rewards. Here's the hook. Unpredictable affection creates emotional addiction. Nice today, distant tomorrow, brilliant on Friday, cold on Sunday. Your brain starts to chase the maybe. You work harder to earn what used to be freely given.
That's not love. That's training.
Let me show you what this looks like in real life. Mira meets Daniel at a friend's dinner. He's attentive, curious, almost clairvoyant. He remembers her favorite film, the way she likes her coffee, the name of her grandmother's dog. He texts good morning before her alarm. He tells her she's different. He's never felt this safe. In week 4, rules arrive. Text me when you get home. In week 6, there's a correction. Don't post that. It gives the wrong impression. By week 10, she's apologizing for having a life. And then, surprise, silence. No message for 12 hours. 24. Her stomach drops. Then he returns, soft and warm. I've been swamped. You know I care. Relief hits like a drug. The hook sinks deeper. This is the seed, and if you don't catch it here, it grows roots. Relax. I never said that. You're too sensitive. You always create drama. Gaslighting rewrites your memory. You stop trusting your feelings and outsource reality to them. They disappear after a boundary, return after you bend. Your brain links obedience to relief. You start managing yourself to avoid their storms. Every exception becomes the new rule. You let it slide to keep the peace, and the peace keeps moving away from you. You spend more time with them, less time with mirrors that reflect the truth. Friends feel negative. Family feels invasive. You become an island they own the map to. Control works because confusion works. If you're confused long enough, you'll choose a cage that tells you what to think. But there's a way out. And it begins with seeing the pattern clearly. One night, Mira is late to dinner by 20 minutes. Daniel is calm, too calm. He doesn't ask what happened. He asks who she saw. He smiles while he asks. She laughs it off. He doesn't. The next morning, silence. Her messages show delivered, not read. Her mind runs laps. Did I do something wrong? Should I apologize? By evening, he's affectionate again. She thanks him for understanding. She thanks him for ending a storm he created. This is the turning point. Mira starts writing things down. Dates, events, words he used, what changed after. On paper, the pattern is undeniable. Correction, silence, relief, gratitude. Each cycle tightens the leash.
I hear you. I'm comfortable. I'm going. You never listen. I'm not re-explaining the same boundary, and then action, not argument. She leaves the conversation, not the relationship. She chooses quiet over performance.
2 days later, she feels something she hasn't felt in months. Her breath returns, because clarity is oxygen. Control suffocates by confusion. It dies in clean air. Here are the principles that end the loop, without becoming cruel or becoming them. Principle 1. Name the pattern. Write it down. Dates, behaviors, your response. The outcome. Seeing the loop makes it lose power. You are not crazy when the paper agrees with you.
Principle 2. Say it. Once boundaries lose meaning when you turn them into lectures, state it once, clearly, without heat. Then let your behavior carry the message. If you explain it twice, you're training them to wait you out.
This isn't vengeance, it's maintenance, not punishment, protection. People who need control fear an emptiness they can't sit with. Owning your choices fills a silence they can't manage. So, they manage you. That's why your boundaries upset them more than your love comforts them. Your freedom exposes their fear. And some people would rather cage a bird than learn to fly. But remember this. Your empathy is not a leash. You can understand someone's pain without becoming the place they dump it. If you're listening to this and a name keeps appearing in your mind, that's your intuition knocking. It rarely shouts, it taps. It asks small questions like, why am I shrinking to be loved? Why am I apologizing to be safe? Why do I only breathe when they're pleased? You don't have to burn bridges. You can simply stop paving roads to your own harm. You don't have to prove your worth. You can refuse to negotiate it. One boundary spoken once. One ritual kept daily. One exit strategy if needed. Small doors open big rooms. Let me leave you with this. Control isn't power. It's fear that learned to speak loudly. Kindness is not weakness. Kindness, when it wakes up, becomes unstoppable. If you've walked through a house of mirrors and every reflection told you a different story about yourself, step outside. Feel the air. Look up. You are not hard to love. You were just standing in the wrong room. This is Brainwave Metrics. If this found you at the right time, subscribe and share this with someone who needs their breath back. Next episode, The Art of Silent Power, Winning Without a Word.